Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
How are
Um,
you?
hey, everybody else. Hello in there. Hi. Good to see you. Um, if you're still watching this 30 seconds in, then you've made it to another beautiful episode of This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Yep. And every week it's a more and more fitting title for our show. Bet
Hey
your
man, I've been thinking about something.
oh,
Um, we've been doing this for like a couple years, right? And we haven't quit. That's pretty cool.
I was just thinking he was gonna quit live. It's like he's gonna do it. He's gonna hand in his
I'm
resignation
fucking
right
done.
now.
I've been meaning to tell you.
Dude, we're riding a bull that has two legs. We're just hanging out. It's all right.
Where are the two legs at? Is it one here and here? Like one in the back, one in the
Yeah, it's got to be like I say in the industry, corner to corner. The legs are corner to corner.
or is it one in the middle in the front and one in the middle in the back?
That's talent. That's fucking talent right there because we're both on the bull.
Or is it two directly in the middle like this?
I the seesaw. I honestly kind of figured this is what I pictured when I said that was a bull with like just two front legs, and we're just
Oh
sitting here
yeah.
like this.
Oh,
It's kind
well, I
of what I
mean,
meant. The analogy is it's a cakewalk. We're not really going anywhere because the bull can't buck us off. He's only got two legs.
I am always dragging my ass, so yeah.
Exactly. Dragging our ass for how long, you said?
I don't know, a couple fucking years, 3 years. How how long? I mean, the pandemic started in 2020. All right, so it's 23,
It has
2020.
been, it has to have been 3 years by now.
Yeah, and this year is like about damn over. So,
Right.
a couple
Yeah, it's
months.
been, well, how about, hey, good for us. So, for those of you who want to like, show your support and congratulations for the amazing things that we've done in the last 3 years and want to motivate us to go forward, Alex and I have decided you all can send us a quiche.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um, a baked egg and cheese pie, if you will. It's basically a pie.
that's right. You don't have to put any whipped cream on it.
You
Just
can't.
breakfast food, but it better be good as this show. So maybe we won't eat it,
How do you
but
spell quiche?
it's weird. Quic, something like that. There's a
Yeah,
Q in there.
and you were just saying how you like quiche, but you don't like the way it's spelled.
No, I don't like the way it's spelled because to me, quiche starts with a K.
Mm. What about a C?
Starts with a C?
Whoa. Um,
Yeah, quiche. Nope.
Cash.
Cash. Cash. It's a cash. Give me some cash. Is that
Anyone want to
about
send us a
money?
cash?
Give me some cash.
Um, we look stoned and sound stoned.
Really?
Yeah, we're like cash, cash. Really, Tony? Really? Yeah, we're over there. Cash,
It's
cash.
been like 4 hours. And I went to the gym.
Really? Oh,
Oh man. I went to the dispensary up my street and I got my money. I walked in there. It's more expensive than Old Floyd's, but they had some probably my favorite pot I've ever had in Oregon is Jack Herrera. The smell's amazing, the taste is awesome, and they haven't had any good sativa around apparently on the east side or the west side of town because they both keep saying we don't really have any sativa. I'm like, because people are coming off meth, they got to get to work, you know. Sativa will do that, give you minor heart palpitations. So they had some good shit. So they're like, if you come back tomorrow, we'll sell you a half an ounce for $90. So I was like, all right, see you tomorrow, fuckers.
yeah, far out.
So I went there, hit the gym, and now I'm here. But yeah, I got a little stoned this morning. So what? It was great. How you been, man? When's the last time you smoked pot?
Uh, I've been smoking pots for a long time, man.
No, when's the last time?
That's what I said. The last time, probably like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Nice. Yeah, I can get that.
It's the only time I get home at like 12 and I go shake a tower and then
What the fuck is that?
shake a tower.
That's a
Take
huge dick. Is that what you're talking about?
take a shower. Shake a
Oh,
tower, take a shower. Shake a tower,
I
take a
thought you
shower.
meant like
Oh no, man. That's a little like hut. You know what I mean?
Your dick's a hut?
Yeah, it's made out of mud and straw. Um, cool. Anyway, yeah, you gotta I get home and relax 1 in the morning, smoke a pot, and yeah, that's the last time. So this morning.
Nice. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, man. But yes, how I've been. I've been pretty good. I've been in hospital. I've been in a hospital. I have been in pharmacies. I've been in running around finding the Callie hurt her neck. She's
Oh
got
yeah,
like
yeah.
a neck problem right now. And it's not saying anything bad about it, just like it's a modern problem. I'm pretty sure she got it from like looking at her phone too much or for
That's
too long. Yeah, and then like looking up or like repeat like at work,
too
like
fast.
yeah, like
Hey,
playing
Callie.
yeah, playing free throw, being like, "Hey, Cal," he's just like, "What?"
Stuck there.
It's like that all the time. Pardon me, I have to go downstairs.
Right?
Um,
You know,
but anyway, so yeah, I've been doing helping out, helping her and doing stuff like that. Um, how about you, man?
I wasn't ready for a quiz. Well, I went, as you know, I went to the DMV yesterday to register my car. It's been a 3 month process. Looks like it's going to take 4 months.
Oh wow,
He's like, they didn't sign the back of your title. I was like, yeah, because I don't fucking own it yet. He's like,
right,
oh, that's not going to work. I'm like, uh-huh. And I was like, well, listen, I want veterans tags. He's like, well, just show us a service connected disability. I was like, I don't have one. He's like, well, you just have to get at least 1%. I'm like, I don't have that. He's like, well, maybe you should go do that because then you'll get free license plates. I was like, I'm not going to the Veterans Administration to get a medical waiver to get free license plates because that'll take 2 years. Are
yeah,
you insane? And this guy, I'm like, listen, Mop Top, obviously you haven't been in, I didn't say this, but my brain was saying, obviously you haven't been in the military. I just want to pay for my license plates. It was just a total pain in the ass. So long story short, I now own my car. Came home and just said, got him on the phone. Was like, that's great. Pay it off. Here's the money. Done. So
right,
now they can send me a title as a signature on it because it's my fucking car. So if you move to Oregon, own your fucking car. Otherwise, you will probably never get it registered. And they charge you about, $20 every 2 weeks to have a fake registration with Oregon while you wait for that to happen. So, as a friendly heads up for all of you, I know we're coming out here based on our glowing recommendation. Definitely pay your fucking car off before you get here. It's ridiculous. So that's what I did. I was like, at that point, I was like, I'm going for a fucking hike. And that's exactly what I did. I found a cool record store before I did that, by the way, near
oh
here.
yeah,
So
what
we'll go check that out. It's like 5 minutes from my house.
oh cool, what is it
Um,
called?
I'll have to send you something. I don't know, some kind
Okay,
of cool whatever name. But
um,
in any case, I was standing there and I found an album I didn't even know I was really looking for, but the Rose Windows. I don't know if you followed them out of Seattle. Great vocalist. Anyway, found that and went to the playground afterwards and smoked a J. And I was like watching these people play pickleball. And I was like, huh. I was just kind of watching, and it's like there's tennis in one court, and then there's pickleball on the other. And at
yeah,
the pickleball court, there's this big laminated sign that says, hey, signups from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. through this time, blah, blah, blah. And there's 6 pickleball courts on one tennis court. And they're having at it, and it looks like fun. And then I look over, and there's this guy on a tennis court all by his lonesome with a bucket of balls, and he's horrible. Like he's hitting them, and he has the outfit, the white, the visor, the pants, everything. I'm like, this guy's fucking Andre Agassi. He's ready to go. Nope. He's just hitting them and they're going over the fence. Like over the fence. I'm like, what the fuck? Just was just like, yeah, you're all alone. There's no one to play with, and you're really bad. And these guys, everyone's killing it. There's people playing in jeans. Like
hmm,
someone was wearing half a suit. It was strange. It was just pickleball throwdown right here, right now. So
what happened?
after watching that and realizing how lonely I am, because I might as well go be the guy in the tennis court by himself. I went to a fucking awesome waterfall called Falls Creek Falls in Washington, about an hour and a half from here. Amazing, truly fucking amazing. I actually spent like some time there. It was cool.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I had a bitchin' day yesterday. Made the best of it. After all the horse shit with the DMV and all that, but that's probably other shit that happened too. I got I got that new gig working at the venue.
Yeah.
So for all of you who don't know, I took a second job. I wanted a fun job that got me out and social again because I haven't talked to people in 3 years in a work environment. Don't know how long it's going to take me to get an HR write up. So just wanted to see how how long I can behave myself. But yeah, working backstage at gigs and shit like that, pretty fun. So old Tony G's happy with a part-time job. Might
Nice,
just
man.
quit the full-time one, move into a shitty apartment and call it good. I already got the shitty apartment, just expensive.
It could get shittier.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them out there. You're gonna have like 3 walls and a hole in the fourth for like $1,000 a month.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nope.
Anytime someone brings up tennis, I think of that Mitch Hedberg joke.
What is it?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna butcher it probably, but it goes about like this. Yeah, man, I thought I was good at tennis until I played a wall.
Yeah, I know.
and when I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, yeah, man, there's not going to be a better tennis player than a wall. He's right.
Right?
No one's ever going to beat a wall. He's 100% right.
Fucking funny. That's what this guy needed that I saw. He needed a wall. He had nothing. So he just hit it over the fence. I don't know why. He had a whole bucket too. But I was thinking to myself, I jot shit down all the time, but I can't remember everything that's happened. So I just looked at my notes that I wrote down on my phone, and something cool. I'm not making fun of this person, but there's probably a joke in there somewhere. I don't know. But I'll just call it my Max story of the show because I seem to have a Max story every time. So this time on the Max, this was actually wild. I mean, I really shouldn't have been this high. I wasn't ready. But in any case, when you and I finished the Melvins show, which we'll talk about right after this, Alex and I went and checked out the Melvins. It was awesome. But I took the Max to see the choo-choo train. Yeah, the choo. I wish they had the choo.
You almost said choo-choo. You should have stuck with it.
I wish it was a choo-choo with steam and shit. Really fuck people up. Anyway, took that down, and I'll just start. We'll just do this right here. We'll just bookend this shit right here. So Alex and his friend were like, dude, meet us at this pub downtown. Like we thought about you. We think you should come to this pub. So I was like, okay. So I take the Max and I get off. I got the app. The app says get off at this stop. I get off at this stop and it's raining and I'm an idiot. Didn't have a jacket on me. So I'm standing there getting wet. And I'm like, basically like Star Trek. I'm like this. I'm like trying to figure out where the fuck this bar can be. It's like you're half a block away. I'm like, and I'm looking and I like nothing says Yamhill Pub on it. So then I'm looking and I see all this like this woodworking, like looks like a building was closed down, like there's boards all over everything. And I was just like, and that basically my phone's like, yeah, that way, idiot. I'm like, no fucking way. And I'm walking up to it. And then I realized like the sidewalk goes between the wood, what is a smoking hut? And then there's a bar. And holy shit, it is the diviest of dive bars. There should be a fucking swimming pool in there, man. Like it's fucking crazy. An empty swimming pool. It's cool. I mean, it is cool, but
you need to get vaccinated before you go in there. That place is like fucking like a breeding ground for hepatitis C. It's amazing. I love it.
But what's weird is y'all were like making me feel weird for like not really being into it. I was like, this isn't really my cup of tea. And you're like, we know, doesn't it suck? I'm like, yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Why do you think I invite there was no reason. First of all, the friend that we were with, friend Scott, that name has come up before on the show. He's a neighbor. We were like, where should we get a drink downtown before the show? And we were like, Yamhill. And I was like, perfect. Tony's going to hate it. So, so really, I mean, we would have went there like regardless, but it was just the cherry on top that I knew that you were going to be like, what the fuck? Hey man, it's punk rock. It's what it is. It's fucking awesome. Gross. It's the
Yeah,
best.
I'm more rock and roll, man. You know, like they clean the jizz up off the floor once a week, kind of thing. You know, like, I don't know.
So I'll set the stage for this place. It's called the Yamhill Pub. It's probably the diviest spot in Portland, but it's like that's its charm. And so it's just a little tiny bar. It's got a pinball machine. They have VHS tapes over the place. They do play them, Tony, despite what you think. They do play them. I've been in there. Then bartender goes, "Hey, what one do you want to watch?" And they put one in. But it's kind of small bar. It's got like a, you know, 10 stools, 2 or 3 tables, big smoking, like makeshift smoking hut outside, and it's just graffiti all over the walls, like all over the, like people like take Sharpie, chalk, spray paint, carve shit into it, and this is like an example of how gnarly this place is. They keep the recycling and dumpsters that you keep outside, for like people throw away the garbage. They keep that in the bathrooms. Yep.
He's right. He told me that before I went into the bathroom, and then I went into the bathroom and I was like, "Holy!" I thought Scott had said they didn't do that anymore.
He
So
did,
when
but
I went in there and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like fucking R2D2 standing right here, like beep bop beep boop boop, right in the. It smells like shit right in the bathroom. Can't get any cleaner than recycling in there. I
it's the
guess it
kind
was recycling or trash.
both, I think.
Oh fuck.
I think there was probably one in one bathroom, one in the other kind of
I
thing.
think I took a video in there actually, like spinning around. I turned my camera on, put it on selfie mode, and just spun around in circles.
Yeah.
That's what it
Um,
made me feel like doing.
it's the kind of place that if you get a cocktail, you don't want to get it with ice.
Fuck. Yeah,
Love that place.
yeah. You know, that's where we're different, Alex.
It's
I
got
wouldn't go
charm.
into that.
It's
I
got
wouldn't go in
charm.
there on
It's
purpose.
itself. It's not trying to be anything else. It's only trying to be the Yamhill Pub. And it wasn't. It never like people always say it was never supposed to be like that. It just people turned it into that, and no one gave a shit. So they're like, "Yeah, this is it." And it's like the kind of bar that, like, it's like dog friendly. People bring in their dogs, and we were hanging out in that little makeshift smoking hut thing. And there was a dog that was like, it was like everyone's dog, right? It was going up to everyone, right? And just like leaning on you. And then I remember just being, it was me or somebody said, so one of us said, "Whose dog is this?" And then I, behind me, I heard, "It's mine." And I turn around, and it was this like face tattooed punk rock cowboy that had like a scar from like here to
Yeah, you
here,
did.
deep scar. He's like like scribbled really bad face tattoos.
He's a modern pirate.
Yeah, like a punk rock. He had a cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
He was when he would go in the bar, he would put on like mariachi, like
Was
um
that him? Because
yeah,
that's what was blaring out of the place when I came up to it. I was like, this
yeah,
can't be right.
yeah. He was like a Mexican face tattooed punk rock cowboy. He like put on some like mariachi, like country music and Tejano music, and yeah, and I just heard him go, "That's mine." And I turned around, I'm like, yeah, that voice comes out of that face. My dog. It was great. The Yamhill Pub it's a treasure. It's a dirty little turd of a treasure.
I feel like if Portland like keeps heading the direction, I think that's the goal for Portland is to be just a large Yamhill pub.
Mhm.
We can do it. We can get there. It'll be good. It's definitely like that is the Portland I know and love in that bar. But the funny thing is like as seedy as it seems, like everyone in there had a sunny disposition. Like it's not like a bad place. Like you were saying, like it's not a bad spot. I mean, it's just this is it. They don't come in there and fucking put up new wallpaper every 6 months. They just let it be what it is. But it's not, I
Like,
mean, I didn't feel like I wasn't scared or anything. It wasn't people like throwing knives against the wall or anything. It was just like,
it's
holy shit, I wouldn't sign up for this.
it's
I
just
wouldn't
a,
know it's a fucking bar until I walked right by it. I'd be like, the fuck?
it's just a scuzzy punk rock bar. That's all it is. It's not, everyone's pretty friendly. Like in most bars in Portland nowadays, if you got into a fight, you would probably there's a big chance that someone would pull a gun on you. I've seen it fairly recently in the last year and a half. I saw someone just pull a gun out on someone. But it's the Yamhill place. It's respectable. If you got into a fight there, it'd just be like an old school fight, in a bar. No one would pull a gun. It'd be fine. So that's what kind of place it is. It's pretty cool.
I said it reminded me of the movie Hooper. I'm just waiting for someone to come sliding across the bar in a motorcycle helmet and into the fucking jukebox. Like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a fun place to be, but it seems like that's the kind of shenanigans that can happen there.
Yeah.
And I like that. Here's the truth. I don't dig bars.
Yeah.
I'm not a drinker. I'm a fucking stoner, so I sit at home and eat Twinkies and kill myself slowly with diabetes. That's my poison. Or I get high, get on the train, and go downtown and see what kind of weird shit can happen. And that's what happened here. That's what spawned this story. So I'm on the max after we're all torn up and everything. And no shit, I left the Melvin show with my Doc Martens on and ran 6 blocks. Like just ran because the train was like, I was going to make it. So I get there and then the train's late. So now I'm just standing there huffing like an idiot. And there was actually some people really huffing, as a matter of fact, like right behind me against the Starbucks. Yeah. Oh, it was great. And I was like, really? Is this what we got on a fucking Thursday night? All right. So in any case, I get on the max. I'm sitting there. I go one stop, and then this gentleman walks in and sits in a position where he's basically facing me at 90 degrees. Yeah. So just he's right there, and I just look out of the corner of my eye, listen to my music, and all of a sudden I just noticed that he's using his feet to use his phone. So he has one foot. I can't do it. But he put his foot, used his foot like a hand. He put his phone in his foot and brought it up like this. And then he used his other foot to scroll, or his nose. He went between his toes and his nose. He's doing this. So then I had to do like a deeper take. I was like, hang on, what's going on here? So then I looked and I realized doesn't have any arms. Like, all right, got it. So I'm like, this is amazing. Like to me, because no shit, phone and a water bottle. And within 3 stops, I watched him use both. And like I said, I can't bring my foot to my face. This dude, like, obviously has been at this for a long time. But just to see someone use their feet like their hands, like no big fucking deal whatsoever, it blew my mind. Like I was already drunk and high, and I'm just like, God, I hope I'm not staring at this guy. But is he just fucking around? Does he really have arms? He's just practicing, or I didn't know. I was like, I wanted to like be like, I wanted to say something like that's fucking amazing, but he's probably just gonna be like, no, it's my life. So I didn't say anything. But to be drunk and high at midnight and to see that, I was just like, whoa, like the Max always brings it, man. Like, but he did a water bottle with like just his feet. It was insane on the Max while it's moving. Just had me a whole new appreciation for what I have and abilities I don't have, like putting my foot in my face.
Feet
That's
are
what
disgusting.
it was amazing.
Feet are disgusting, and that guy should be pushed off a bridge. That's
See,
disgusting.
I'm trying to say the safe thing here and be respectful, and Alex is like, "Oh, there's an opening." I set him up. He knocks him down. You're right. I hear you. You don't like feet, but to be sitting there in the corner of your eye and be like, "Wait, what the I don't want to look, but you're doing what I think you're doing, right?" Like, holy fucking shit. Like, wow. Like,
I mean, all honestly, yeah, feet. I don't like feet; they're disgusting. But isn't it funny that that guy's doing that out of necessity, like so
yep.
he could function and live? But there's people that are in the circus and they're like, you know, they like do shit like that in the circus, like bend over backwards and turn
Right.
themselves into a pretzel and like crawl into a box that's like 2 feet by 2 feet. I bet you that guy could like shove his foot up his ass, like going up, but like going that way. You know what I mean? But yeah, that guy's really flexible.
Oh, it has to be. I was just thinking like all the situations. Like, think of this: if you stub your toe, you're also fucked because you don't have a hand anymore. Like, it's a double duty. You know what I mean? Like, it's twice as much pressure on your feet to do to make up for your arms. So you really got to take, like they say, take care of your feet. Like, no, really take care of your fucking feet. Like, he's walking around in flip flops and shit. I'm like, boy, I hope you don't get like fungus. Like, that's you got to eat. Honestly, obviously, he eats with him some one way or the other, right? I was like, I want to go another couple stops. What else does he do? You know, he's like, what's sex like? Don't answer that. Alex will never get hard again.
Why'd you have to do that to me, man?
I'm telling you, man. It's like he figured it out. Definitely figured it out. You will figure it out. That's what's great about humans. You take something away, we find a way every damn time. But now that you all have that crazy image in your head, the Max delivers. Just saying, you don't come here to use the Max to go places as much as you come to take a ride on the Max. It's like Willy Wonka's magic fucking boat ride. Never know what you're gonna get in there, man. It's wild. Really is. On my way out, I saw some dude just right in the vein. I was like, all right, I'm out. My stop. Fuck this. That's wild. We saw that walking to the show.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny is like nowadays that's like not even like
Yeah.
a conversation starts just like, oh yeah, there's somebody banging
I
dope
know. It's just
into their eyeball. Like, who cares? Like they're like, yeah, it's so normal now, is what I mean, you know?
that's a fucking shit. Yeah, it's just Portland isn't giant enough to hide that in one part. So it's right downtown. And that's what's unfortunate with Portland. It's like, yeah, it is just another city and that's okay, but it's kind of a shame because these beautiful fucking buildings and they just don't have in Philly, it's one whole neighborhood. Like that's it. Kensington. That's where just about 90% of it is. You only
Mhm.
see like people on Market Street, which is right downtown, if like maybe a little bit just trying to like get some change or something, but most of the mess is all in one spot. But here it's right downtown, like right where everyone hangs out, right where the art is, the main vein. It's
Right.
unavoidable. So I get it's like, it's good luck, Mayor.
Yeah, no
You
shit.
wanted the job, you got it. Kate Brown's probably doing coke in Columbia. She's out of here.
Oh yeah, she's
Fuck
probably
this.
yeah,
My
I mean
paperwork from the DMV says Kate Brown. I'm like, been a minute, huh? This is old paperwork.
she's probably down at the max with her hands tied behind her back, shooting a load of heroin into her into her neck with her foot,
With
you
her
know?
feet. I knew it. She's like, where do you think that guy learned it?
Yeah, yeah. Or I took
You.
classes from him.
Oh my god.
But anyway, yeah, we saw the Melvins and Boris. It was the Melvins and Boris co-headlining tour. And it was cool, man. It was kind of something special, right? You know, because it was Melvin's 40th birthday of being the Melvins. And they played a lot of Boris, or a lot of the
Bullhead.
what yeah, that's what yeah. And that's where Boris the band got their name, from the song Boris on Bullhead. So that was kind of cool. And yeah, that was I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, but like that was the best Melvin show I've ever seen.
So I would have to say that, but I've seen some amazing Melvin shows. What makes this one really great? Number one, I wasn't crazy about the Bullhead album, like listening to it, but live, awesome. And then they probably, it's like someone like was like, pick you the top 5 Melvin songs ever and play those.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They did almost the whole Bullhead album, and then they played a great like the best greatest hits mini set I've ever had in my life from any band. They're just like, we're gonna play whatever the top 5, and then they did Boris. Except I don't know how to explain this, but Buzzo basically like redid the chorus on Boris. I mean, is that right?
They played Boris, and then the drummer and bass player left, and then Buzzo started the song over, and he played it, just him singing with the guitar on, like, kind of clean but kind of muddy deep, Like there wasn't distortion on it. And that was fucking incredible. That was so good.
Yep. It was just like cherry. We all knew it was well, we felt it was something special in the room. You could just feel it. And what was cool about it is that all three of them, they put it, well, they always do. If you watch the Melvins, they always put it down. But Cody was filling in for Dale, right?
Yeah.
Bad with names. Dale's had spinal surgery. And for the two people who know the fuck we're talking about, he made it. So Dale's good to go and he's recovering. So the Melvins will get their official drummer back. But in the meantime, Cody of bands like Big Business and the Murder City Devils, who fucking wails on the drums, he did an amazing job with the Melvins. Like I was watching him a lot, just because I like watching him play. Like if you see Big Business, it's only two of them, so you could. I always just watch Cody a lot. But in any case, I don't know, man. Like they did. You could have closed your eyes, you wouldn't have known the difference. To be honest with you, like, and then Cody, like I don't know, like I don't think Cody like even gives himself enough credit for how good he is on the kit. But didn't he get a solo at some point or
Probably.
something? He did something, and like yeah, just like where we were all like they stopped and just let him do his thing, and he went to work, and I was just like oh. But then the fucking like the bass player, he always has a fuck ton of energy. Like I saw him last year or a year and a half ago. They
Right.
always play like that. But as far as the set goes, for some reason, I've seen them play sets where one song where it felt like they just played one song. And then I've seen ones where it seemed like they played a song and stopped, played a song and stopped. This time, like they kind of did both together. Like they didn't really stop. It was beautifully woven together, but you could tell they were playing different. You could tell they were playing different songs, and I don't know, it's just how to explain it. I heard every fucking song, and
Mhm.
sometimes when I see them, I felt like I just heard one song with hints of songs I recognize. Kind of like
Right.
they're jamming for an hour and a half, but this
Sure.
time they played the songs but didn't take breaks in between. It was beautiful. I loved it. It
Oh
was
yeah. I thought it was they were awesome. And they are awesome. And every Melvin show I've ever seen, it's always been great. They always delivered. But this had something special. They were, not that I don't like Dale, their drummer. It's just if anyone's gonna replace him for some show for a tour, it's gonna be Cody.
right.
Like that's the only, it's the best choice. He was in the Melvins, so it's like it's
Oh yeah.
kind of just like having a drummer back.
Yeah, it's like thank God. Did they
But
ever play did they ever play two drummers?
oh yeah,
I thought they did. Did we see that live?
I never. Yeah, I did. I have. I don't know if we did,
I don't
but
know if I heard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Big Business and the Melvins were
Right, but
like,
I mean the Melvins have ever played with two drummers at the same time for their
oh
own set?
yeah, yeah.
I thought so, but I don't know if I've caught it. Anyway,
Yeah.
the Melvins
Well,
have been around for like Alex said, 40 fucking years. And if you get a chance to catch them out to catch them, I mean, I fucking highly recommend it. Like, I don't know how to explain their sound, just my kind of rock and roll, whatever else you want to call it, but they're fucking amazing. I've seen them. I think I've lost count how many times I've seen them. Like five, six, I don't know. But they're reliable. Always a good show.
most definitely. And that last song when Buzzo played Boris again, it was so fucking. He's like a wizard. It's like some kind of fucking like. So those of you who don't know, Buzzo is this like kind of godlike creature of a man. He wears this like moo thing that has like this like headrest kind of thing behind him, and it always has like
Like
crazy
Doctor
photo-
Strange, right?
huh?
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And he has this fucking hair that's about like this big, and it's like really curly, crimpy hair that kind of like I don't know, it's fucking awesome. Like, and it's gray. It's like white gray hair because he's old. He's like in his 60s at least. And so he looks fucking insane. He looks like a palm tree. Looks like a metal palm
The
tree.
God, yeah, right.
Rock and roll metal palm tree. And so he's playing that song but there's this like crazy effects and reverb on the microphone. So when he's singing, it sounds fucking intense. And I don't know if you noticed, but he was making crazy faces. He was like,
Oh yeah,
tell him the whole. He knew what was going on. He was doing it on purpose. So then there was a fan that was blowing his hair up, and then there was all the lights, kind of rainbow lights. So and then he was like singing, and it was like crazy effects, and he's like playing this like muddy sounding guitar, and it was just like holy fuck. Like I was watching that and I was on mushrooms, and then when he stopped I came down, but like it was like fucking awesome. It was like that was like the coolest experience I've had at a live show that I could remember. Like that really made it. Made
Right.
the performance. Really tied the room together nicely. That's what I'm saying.
The funny thing was they didn't even have like any effects beyond the basics. Like really, like they didn't have like anything background or anything like that. They didn't have a backdrop this time, which was awesome.
Mhm.
It was just them doing their thing.
Oh yeah.
But they always have the ability to trip you the fuck out. They do a lot with a little. Like
Mhm.
they don't do a big light show or anything like that. Sometimes they have a backdrop that doesn't change, but that's about it. So
Mhm.
everything that they fucking do is just with them 40 years of rock and roll experience. You know, like the bass player, that dude is so high energy. Like
Yeah.
every time I see him, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, where do you get it?
I don't know
Like
who
I
that
work
guy
an hour and a half a day. What do you want?
right. I don't know who that guy is or what band he's from, but I haven't seen him play with the Melvins before.
I saw he must have I thought it was the same guy that played when we saw him years ago, but I guess it's not.
Oh yeah, they have a revolving door of bass players, every
Well,
couple of
he's been touring. He's been the bass player for the last 3 or 4 years that I've seen then, because I've seen him 3 or 4 times.
Cool.
But that would make it that would make sense. Like I do feel like the Melvin sets change from time to time. Like I said, I've seen him play differently, different. Like every time I've seen him, they played the energy's been a little different. The set's been a little different. So last night was to me, well, not last night. The last time we saw him the other night was fantastic. Just fucking hearing those hits, man, got me. I was like, is that? I was like, that's that one, and then this one. Like, holy shit! Like, right on, man. Thank you. Like, you didn't have to do all that. I was actually shaking my ass. Like, I don't know if you caught on to that, but like, I was actually like damn near to giving myself a lap dance. I was fucking into it for a rock band. And that
Yeah.
chick was like hitting. No, I don't know if she was hitting on me, but she's like, "Who is this?" And then I asked you, and yeah, whatever. And then she was staring at me for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I looked over, and she was standing in front of some tall fella. I was like, I don't know. I'm just shaking my shit. I gotta go back. I gotta work tomorrow, so I don't have time for this riffraff. But yeah, it was. They got me moving, man. It was
Mm.
great. Great show, Melvins. Great show. Hopefully, those of you watching, go to live shows. That's it. I don't care what you go see. Just go to a fucking live show. Not a bunch. They're expensive, but if you go to one once in a while, I've learned they can be pretty fucking enjoyable. But if you go to too many, you just get bitchy. So just a heads up from old Tony G there. Got the credit card statements to prove it. Too many fucking concerts. But before we roll into music real quick, I'm just going to choose one unfortunate topic to stick with the theme of our show. Something I thought was pretty interesting and I have an opinion on. Surprise. Um, or Portland put out an article that they've run out of money to fight graffiti for the rest of the year. Um, so I have a take on that, kind of a wild one, but stolen from what Philly decided to do years ago. So in Philadelphia, they had a graffiti problem as well. However, what they decided to do was simply encourage those artists to make beautiful frickin' murals. So you honestly will have a hard time finding a lot of graffiti in Philly. But what you won't have a hard time finding are giant murals. I think there's over 1,000 or 10,000. I know it's over 1,000 within the city limits. You can tour them, but on the side of buildings up to 5, 10, 5 stories high, beautiful fucking murals. So my thought was this: since they don't have any money here in Portland, how's about those who are doing graffiti have to do a really fucking good job, like really good. Because if we all have to see it, if it's going to be a stamp on Portland, because when you drive down 84 through Portland, you see a lot of graffiti. So instead of it being a fucking eyesore, how about make it amazing? So my challenge to you as a graffiti artist, make it so fucking good that they don't want to get rid of it. But if you are putting up shitty graffiti, then you will be fined and the money will go to the good graffiti artists who are putting up good murals to make Portland look fucking better than it does right now. What do you think, Alex? Is that a good idea?
It is a good idea. It is a thing that kind of happens already. Like people definitely, that is a thing.
I've seen some. We could do more.
But I mean, yeah, it's a fucking fantastic idea. There is a lot of graffiti all over things, and I've had that similar opinion where it's like, like don't do bad shit, like bad, like when it's good and it's in my opinion, when you see graffiti that's good, it's like, wow, this fucking there's some art by like this person's an artist, right? And then when you see someone just like write with a black spray can just that says fart or something, on the side of a building, that's not graffiti in my opinion. That's just vandalism. That's just,
Like that.
you're just an asshole, or you like, there's a lot of this in Portland where people are like kicking the people that are on the same team as them. Like there'll be people that write political messages on liberal businesses. Like I've seen people write all cops are bastards,
Yeah.
on a liberal on a liberal leaning business, and it's just like, if you're gonna do that, go write that on like a bank or a what I mean. Like, we agree with you. Like, don't make us feel like be an asshole by having to go cover it up,
Right.
like go tag that on the police station or like Bank of America or some big corporation like that, like don't, that's all I gotta say about that. But
Good
yeah,
point.
yeah, I mean, like I agree. Like people like do good graffiti and then no one will give a shit.
Right. Well, even the city won't fucking complain about it. Like, good example, at your building where you work, there's a mural of some horses in the alley. But people, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think people have fucking spray painted on it. That should be fine.
Yeah.
That should be fine. Like, no, fucking fix it. You suck at graffiti or whatever you're doing. That's really good. You're not good. Go get better somewhere that doesn't screw anything up, and then come back and make your own fucking mural, just like the one on the back of your building, which everyone can see, going down 84. They keep fucking with it. Just
Yeah.
leave it alone. It looks good. Stop. That's what you're saying. Like you're hurting your own. Like, you, fucking join up, become friends. Hi, we both like Krylon. Let's hang out. Fucking just keep it up there. Go work on another building. It's fine. I'm pretty sure Portland, like they wouldn't give a shit. They're like, you know what? It's actually kind of attractive. We like horses. You know what? That's an amazing looking pineapple. That's fine. Pineapples are good. But this other shit, this makes it look like we're not in control of our fucking city. That's no good.
Yeah. It's just a lot of what that is just angry, like 20-year-olds with a spray can in their backpack that are just trying to cause chaos, like that's really what it is. And that's fine. I've been there. I've been 20 and angry at absolutely nothing but everything at the same time, like, but I'm not that anymore. Now I'm just like, hey, fucking knock it off. Like, if you're gonna go spray paint something, go spray paint the fucks, the assholes. Don't, for the little guy.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna listen, I personally don't care here. I've always thought that trains were a good place to graffiti things like letters and whatnot. Right? They're major. Those people who run the trains are total assholes. I've heard left, right, and center. They have their own police force. They beat the living shit out of people who ride the trains. Fuck them. Spray up their trains. Get your shit out there across the whole country. That's a good way to do it. But if you're gonna tag up a city, I say murals. That's it. Like, if you love your city, really start with trains, and then when you're ready, show us your shit on a building. Maybe the city will leave it there. That's something. To me, it's like, that's my fucking art right there. I went to Salem, Massachusetts, like small town, the suburb of Boston. The murals, there wasn't any graffiti that I remember, but there was some fucking amazing murals. In one street, there must have been 13 between two buildings. Just here, there, sporadic, giant fucking, Like we just walked around taking pictures of them all day long, and want to go back to that city. So I know Portland's trying to find its identity. I think that's one of the ways to do it, is embrace that art, and then be like, hey, if you're doing stupid shit, get the fuck out of here. But if you're actually any good, show us.
Yeah, no, I agree with it. I agree with that.
Right on.
Yeah,
So there you
makes
go,
sense.
Portland. Another one of your issues solved. Let me know what else you have. Keep sending me your articles. I'll go through them.
We're just solving shit, man. That's what we do, you know? Boom, solve. What's
All right.
next? Huh? We'll
What else
solve
you
it.
got? Send
We're
me your
fucking,
problems. Come on, send them. Send me the
we're
links.
genius. That's what
We'll
we
figure
do.
it out. Well, hey, before we get done with our crazy weird show where we're half doped up, apparently, I probably am. Uh, we did pick. Speaking of like weird shit, I picked a weird band that I like, Fever Ray, and their newest album. What is it? Something Romantics.
Yeah,
I'm bad with names. I am. I'm bad with names. Bad with remembering shit.
we're
Oh,
professional.
yeah.
It's called Radical Romantics.
Radical Romantics. Thank you. So she's out of Sweden. They used to be a brother-sister group. They were called
The knife?
The Knife. Thank you. The Knife. And then they kind of just she went and does her own she does her own thing now. So she has Fever Ray, still from Sweden. But she's older, like probably my age.
Mhm.
As far as that's concerned, you can kind of tell by some of the lyrics that she's a parent, which I thought was kind of like, I don't know, just like this is who it's when someone says they're a parent, you picture them just like doing parent shit in a minivan, not the crazy weird makeup and shit that this chick is into. So I think she's really fucking neat, and it reminds me of like some MTV 80s like weird shit. That's what I
Mhm.
like. Yeah. So that's why I presented it. But what did you think?
I thought it was like more art than music. And I'm not even necessarily talking about that music video. I'm just more like it's cool. There's one song that really stand out, and then it's the, even it out.
Cut.
Yeah. It's you know this, but it's about um she's talking about the person that bullied her kid in high school and how she's gonna kill him, and and how
Yeah.
she's gonna cut his throat, and like in the video, there's a music video for the song "Even It Out," and she's like, she looks like a, I don't know how to describe it. She looks like a drag queen. She like her makeup's all crazy. She's got big hair. Her tits are pushed up. Like she's like she looks intense, like
Yeah,
like some kind of like dominatrix that like
cut.
divine, like stuff. And in the music video, she's like cutting up beats and shit, and she's all like gnarly and like she's like gonna cut the kid's throat, talking about how he bullied her kids, so she's gonna murder him, like she's gonna
Right.
kill. Like that's so crazy. And at the end of the video, throughout the video, she's like digging a grave.
Right.
She's like digging. And then at the end, she's like, patting the dirt down, like she just got done burying him. And she like lifts her skirt up and she pulls her panties to the side. And then it pans up before it shows her nana. And then she just starts, she's like making an intense face into the camera. And then you just hear her pissing like, psst, and she just pees right on the kid's grave. The guy, I don't know how old he is or how the person is, but yeah.
He's probably old enough to file a lawsuit. She did use his first name.
Probably a different her, she probably was smart about it, or someone was like, hey, don't use the real name. Yeah.
To me, like, I'll be honest with you, I'm like, in such a sensitive society that we have now, how in the fuck did she get away with that? Like, basically calling the whole song's a threat. That's all it is. I'm like, and I agree with your statement in saying that it's art. It's a really good point. It's a lot of electronic. She just, sits around, listens to her shit, figures it out. A lot of it is the costumes and all that. The videos are, like I said, it reminds me of something you'd see on MTV, like back in the day, something shocking. You're like, what the fuck is this? Like that's what it's shocking as hell. It's I'll be honest with you. I liked the Knife more. Like as far as like melodic music, like I could listen to the whole album. This one, I kind of tapered off about halfway in every time.
Okay.
Just being honest, like the hits on the album, there's a couple that I liked, and they were great. But I say to me, I guess you nailed it. It's kind of like more visual art than anything. But some of those songs, like I think it's that one, or there's another one. I was like, this could be. I could see someone putting this on a disc, like dance list, like a DJ playing this. I could see a couple of those songs being sampled
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Like it was like, dude, I would shake my shit to this. I want to see a stripper fucking do this. We would cut. While she's spinning, whatever they do. In any case, I always wondered if I was just thinking. I just imagined a stripper spinning around, but candy comes out. You know what I mean? Like just kind
Of
of like
where?
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You figure it out. But that one, was there any cuts that you liked other than just thought were? I mean, obviously that one was crazy. But,
I'll be honest with you. No, I mean, I don't think
right.
it was bad. It's just not my style of music anymore. I think.
Oh, it's fucking out there. Yeah.
And and it's like I get it. It's fine. I don't hate it. I listened to it about 4 times. So,
Right.
um that song was cool because of the lyrics and the message behind it. I thought it was awesome.
Right.
I didn't mind the first song, what they call us, and
I like
bottom,
Shiver.
bottom of the ocean was cool too.
Yeah. It's. I really like Shiver. That's
Yeah.
that's the one I could see like an erotic dance happening to. To make you shiver. I'm like, ah! It's like drinking orange juice after you brush your teeth. Like, ah! Good stuff. Good stuff.
um
It's cool. It's not something I'd buy on vinyl or anything, but every once in a while, I just feel like it'd be cool to have as part of a playlist. Like
sure.
just it's like pop in there a song here and there. Like it would spice up a playlist nicely. But I will say this: there does it a great live show. I've seen that live show, and I was highly fucking entertained. So the album might not make you do a backflip, but seeing it live, I don't think you'd walk out. In all
Mhm.
honesty, I think because you and I like a good show no matter what. And it was the most respectful show I've ever seen because, like I said, only time in my life have I been to a concert where the artist put signs up on all the posts. There are posts in the Roseland, kind of stupid. I hate that. Like, can't fucking see the stage.
Right, yeah,
Um,
I know. It's fucking
but
stupid.
yeah, it's a weird venue. But in any case, papers on the wall that said, what I remember it saying was, if you're a female, please let the females stand in front of you. Also, if the person in front of you is taller, or if the person behind you is shorter, show some fucking respect. That's basically what the sign said. I have never seen that before. I have never seen that since. So aside from the artistry and the music, that's awesome. Like fucking A. Like granted, they're from Sweden, so even though she wants to cut up her, the antagonist, the person who gave her kid shit in high school, which is really gnarly. At one point, she wants to murder a kid. The other point, she wants you all to be respectful to each other. So I kind of like where she's at.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Right
that's
down
how
the
you
middle.
should be. That's how you should be a very nice murderous bitch.
That's right. Like, be nice to each other. But if you fuck with my kid, that is a constant statement you hear women say. I'm a nice person, but if you fuck with my kid, and
Yeah,
that's this lady right here.
I like that. I like it.
Yep, and she made a whole song about what she'll do. But I just loved it. And we will cut. That shit sticks in my head. I walk around like cut. I just see it in a fucking, in a stabber flick. Just fuck yeah.
Do you know
Soundtrack.
how long she's been doing Fever Ray?
Damn it. No.
You don't have to look, just top of your head. I mean,
15 years. I'd say
you can also
15
say you
years.
don't know. You can also say you don't
At
know.
least 10 years.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Um, that's awesome. It's cool. It's cool. It's just not like a thing I would typically listen to.
No.
I did listen to it in the house, when Callie's at home, and I told you her impression, but I'll do it again. This is This is my my fiance's impression of Fever Ray. So I listened to it a few times, and this is what her impression was. Do 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 do. I'm weird. Like, and I was like, yeah, you nailed it. You got that. That's I'm weird.
I hope she does that in front of me. Like, hey, Callie, what'd you think of that music?
I'm weird.
Reminds me of Grandma's Boy. Beep, boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's actually that is the official review for the album. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. It's weird. That's what this album is. It's weird. I'm gonna give it a tasty 7.5 if I'm forced to give it a number. Because I respect the shit out of the art. It's just not something I'm gonna put on every day. But when I'm in a weird mood, I will listen to this for sure.
Yeah. I'll give it a 7. Yeah.
Cool. Right on. We're just broadening horizons, people. If you didn't listen to any of this, seriously, check out damn it. Tony's an Ace. Listen on the album Radical Romantics by Fever Ray. Little homework. Just try out the song Shiver and try out Even It Out. Those are the two that I recommend listening to. Two very different songs. Just see what you think if you want to know what the hell we're talking about. That's it, man. You ready? You got anything to add?
No, I think it's wheel time, ain't it?
Let's do it. Let's do the wheel. Hey, listen, we know about the suggestion thing, but we're doing something a little different right now. We're just kind of fleshing out the wheel. So we've got some stuff left on there we haven't been able to watch or listen to. So we're going to go ahead, and the empty spaces that we have on the wheel right now are going to be spin again spaces. And if it lands on Alex or Mai's initial, then we're going to pick something off the wheel and go ahead and take care of that for next week, for the next show, excuse me. So number 1, we still have Big Lebowski, the movie. Number 2 is open right now. Number 3 is for Alex. Number 4 is Aretha Franklin with Amazing Grace. Number 5 is Hailstorm with their album Back from the Dead. Number 6 is Madonna with True Blue. Number 7 would be up to me. Number 8 is Ulver, Assassination of Julius Caesar. And number 10 is David Bowie with Black Star.
Did you get number 9?
Oop, sorry, let me do that again. 7. All right, number 8 is actually an open space, excuse me. Number 9 is Ulver. Number 10 is David Bowie.
Got it.
8 is empty.
8 is empty. All right.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, you go. Okay.
Couldn't handle anything more than this, Lord.
Give Mama something good.
I'm having a rough one. Our episode's broken. 10. David Bowie, Black Star. Awesome. Right. Cool.
That's been on there for a little bit, so that's good.
We like, speaking of weird, I mean, David Bowie's going to bring it. He's just going to bring it with a little style, a little class. So
yeah,
we'll talk about the King of Weird on the next episode, for sure. So Mr. David Bowie. Anyway, sorry, Alex, do your thing. And
if you would like to suggest a band with a full album, you can go to Titfu69 on Instagram and give us a direct message. Or if you want to do what most people do and go to YouTube, our channel on YouTube, and go to the most recent episode, and you could suggest a band and a full album or a movie. That being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
And goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Alex.
Bye, Tony.
Bye. Bye.